Welcome to another video. We are reacting to Sauce Walker's lies to Dean and AB, and it's caught on stream. That's crazy. Out here lying, out here telling stories. It's crazy. Let's see what's up.
All right, so Sauce Walker just completely screwed over Dean the Great and Adrian Broner. The three guys, they have a song together called Kickin' Flavor. It was actually the duo's introduction to music as like a tandem when they went to Sauce Walker's Houston studio about maybe 2 months ago. And just spur of the moment, they were vibing, seeing that he had a studio. And honestly, Dean was just playing around on the track. I don't think AB's really even on the song for
Why
real.
why do AB always got his belly out, bro? Ain't nobody wanna see that shit, bro. Motherfucker pregnant. God damn, put that shit away. Fucking lethal weapon. Leave. Had to have a permit to carry that shit.
But just playing around, they end up making a song. In my opinion, the song is ass, but nonetheless, Sauce Walker did things, his own way, which he tends to do in pretty much every aspect of life. And now, the Sauce Walker versus Dean the Great and AB tension is at its highest. Sauce ended up lying pretty much to their face when called out about snaking them with this music video release. And I have proof that Sauce Walker is just blatantly lying, aside from context clues such as his tone of voice and word choice. We also have concrete proof to get to. And then after we get through the Sauce Walker portion of this
Dean look
video,
like he on a
I
pill.
will be going
Look like he
over the most
rolling.
recent swatting of AB and Dean the Great's warehouse. All right, let's get into it.
You can take him?
No, why would he drop the video? He didn't tell us. Oh, that make no sense. Hold on, huh?
I don't think he dropped it.
Fuck no.
And then you just show him message and shit, cause I was down to collateral cab.
Man, they probably lying, bro.
Yeah. You know he ain't gonna do that with that car. He's not green at all. Real naked. And what?
Man, nah, he did. Why would he, bro? What the fuck?
He collabed with us?
No, he just posted on his page. For the car cab.
Spicy answer.
Yo,
Yeah, I ain't dropped it. He told me why they ain't collab. Nigga, I ain't dropped the video yet.
I just looked at the video dropped on YouTube.
Yeah, but I ain't dropped it yet. I ain't posted it yet.
All right, so this is crazy, mainly
Let's
for
see,
one reason. So maybe Sauce is just sitting at home watching the stream, but if I'm not mistaken, he was live at the time that this phone call took place. But regardless of if he was watching the stream or not, to answer the phone and immediately lie is crazy. Yo, I didn't drop the video. And then he's going to try to spin it like it's a technicality. Oh, no, I didn't promote it on IG yet. So if I don't promote it on IG, in my mind, I don't consider it as me dropping a video. It's just up there, but nobody sees it until, like, what the fuck are you talking about? First of all, and maybe I'm giving him too much credit, but he knows damn well that as soon as Dean's chat noticed that the video was up, which Dean's chat doesn't miss a beat, because that's how I found out it was up. I'm watching the stream like most people, and then
Bro,
you
why you
start
hugging
seeing
him
people
like
say
that?
Sauce dropped the video, Sauce dropped the video.
That's
So I go to Sauce
weird.
Walker's YouTube page, which I've never even been to in my life, is what I realized. But I go there and I see, like, oh, okay, I was there when it was at 18 minutes old. So he did drop the video. That counts as dropping the video. It doesn't matter if you promoted it on your Instagram or not. It's actually kind of counterproductive to advertise something on external platforms within the first couple hours of it dropping on YouTube. You want the YouTube algorithm to, decide if it's going to push it and where it's going to push it and stuff like that in order to get the best possible performance. To get a bunch of external traffic that's not YouTube search, they're clicking through the link and shit. You don't really want that right away. But anyways, more Sauce Walka lies right here.
That's what I'm calling you to tell you for us to collab post it.
That bit on the page, gang. We was just arrested, but we got swatted. We didn't have our phone.
Y'all got swatted again?
Yeah, we probably know who it is. We got a
In
phone.
what city?
Same one.
Same one.
That shit too, man. No, that's like 10 times, nigga. The fuck?
Right.
I don't know, but I'm waiting to drop the video, and I ain't gonna. I don't want to post it until y'all both accept it. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? And I need y'all information for y'all business side. Who do y'all? Who know y'all shit like Cruz or somebody?
Probably, but that bitch say it's dropped on YouTube, bro. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we gotta drop it. Now we gotta post it on Instagram to tell everybody. And
Oh man, that shit garbage, bro. He lame.
Anonymous just tipped $5. Old security talking crazy on IG. Sauce is lame for that.
Yeah, he
Sue the
lame.
police for harassment too at this point.
Shut up.
COB for life. What up,
Brief interruption. Sauce starts asking them about setting up the splits on the song, which that's crazy. So there's two different conversations going now since Sauce is trying to, kind of spin around the shadiness.
He's trying to
force
forced their hand on it. That's what he did.
Asking who does the business side for y'all music. Who's that? Cruz. Cruz is the producer engineer that, and Dean's ghostwriter. Anytime we see AB or Dean record music on stream, I would say not 9 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10 times Cruz is running that session and things like that, right? But I think I did see him set up something in like DistroKid for AB as well. So maybe he is the one who would set up the splits on the back end. But that's something that should have been happened. The song has been out. I believe it's on DSP's way before this music video drop. So to now be asking about splits is crazy. This song has been out for like what? At least a month, maybe 2 whole months. So that's crazy to divert the conversation to some more shady shit. You're exposing yourself some more. You're the music homie. If y'all are really cool, y'all was, all shouting COB in the club together. Sauce came up with the handshake, and then to all of a sudden, like, not wanting to sign with them is one thing. Not wanting to sign over some of your streaming revenue to their management and all that, I get that. But if you're out here making the handshake for the click, basically, for this streaming click, you would think, okay, you have all this years of experience as an independent artist. If you're a real nigga, you gonna show them like, hey man, look, this is how you set up your splits. This is how you do X, Y, and Z. But at the same time, that's their fault for getting into the music industry completely blind and ignorant to how to do the business aspect as well, or at least have somebody who's really on top of it that's pressing every issue on the business end. That you come into something ignorant. You can't be too mad that someone took advantage of you. Now you're going to keep rocking with that person? I think you'd be dumb to keep rocking with someone once they show you who they are. But you also are dumb for going in ignorant.
With the press on.
Man. Anyways, let's get to the concrete proof that Sauce Walka is lying about not the splits aspect, because that's one thing, but about the YouTube collaboration aspect.
You said a YouTube collab?
Yeah, the YouTube. That's what we did. We did a YouTube collab with DDG, YouTube collab with everybody, bro.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. You can see the collab. I can see y'all the collab. No, I ain't never even heard of that before. I think you talking about Instagrams.
Nah, bro.
You can collab on YouTube? Yeah, I be doing the best products. That's hard. Since when you can do that? Like an Instagram post? No way.
AB just out, bro.
It's epic. Right now. If this queen, you could do that. Trey been doing all these videos on stuff better than everything. Certain videos with the basketball nigga, I be doing this all this life. Damn, I ain't never know you can do no shit like that.
Yeah, the maximize engagement. We should have, you know.
Just listen to that tone in his voice. Just listen to the tone in his voice. In the next part of this exchange, Sauce Walker is going to start using words I've never heard him use before. All right? I'm sure he has a decent vocabulary saying that, you know, being a wordsmith is technically one of his main occupations, but he going to start using words I ain't never heard him use in the streaming setting before, I should say. All right? Which is another sign that he is full of shit. But that, dang, I ain't know you can do that. He's mocking Dean at this point, all right? Straight mockery, clowning your dumb ass. Because he knows. He knows. If you look on the screen now, you see if you scroll down, I think the first one's at about 4 months. 4 months into the Sauce Walker YouTube catalog, you see collab post on the exact same page that he dropped the Kick and Flavor video on. Now, he has the artists that are signed under him or whatever. I don't, you know, if they're all just a group and they're not signed to each other. I don't know how their shit works, but I know that they're a collective of some sort, right? The Sauce Factory thing, and there's those posts, but those are all like just single, no feature. But on certain people that did the feature, that did it with the head honcho, with Sauce Walker. So Sauce Walker has multiple songs on there, as you see, that have the collab post. You can see it in every aspect. I made sure to screenshot his YouTube page right away, just in case he tries to say, "Oh no, we added the collab post with these other niggas after once Dean put us on." Dean's a YouTuber. You know how you be lying. He get all geeked up and he gonna do all that over talking. And like, no, Dean put us on to the collab post, so we went back and we did collab posts with everybody that was a feature on the page. Don't let that lie go. No, this was recorded damn near right when they were having the phone call. So these collab posts have been there. Sauce Walker knows how a collab post works, and you know Sauce Walker, he's somewhat of a geek. He's somewhat of a nerd. He's very nerdy, and I feel like he's somewhat of a tech geek as well. This nigga, don't let the lies slide. You know what I'm saying? He's renting out streaming backpacks. I seen a post of his like a week or two ago where he has like 11 different live view streaming backpacks, which is the cheaper one, and then he has the premium shit. I think he said he got like 7 TVUs. So he's renting those out like those are cameras or rental cars type of thing, right? Smart. That's a smart business to get into, especially when you're a streamer, you're meeting a bunch of streamers all the time. All right, cool. So there's that. We know you're tech savvy enough to put that together. But then on top of that, this nigga's Mr. Independent everything, right? Something tells me with all the businesses he runs that he has enough savvy. If you can figure out a point of sales service for your medical marijuana dispensary, I think you can figure out how to do a collab post on YouTube. Because guess what, y'all? It's very, very simple. You press collab in the
menu, yeah.
or like invite collaborator, and it gives you the link to copy. All you gotta do is save the link, copy it, send it to the email address of the recipient, and all they gotta do is open the email, click the link, press accept, and the collab is there. And you don't have to drop the video in order to send the collab.
Yeah.
You can do it all ahead of time. You can plan it out
post
months
it.
in advance.
Yeah.
Collab 3 months in advance, 2 months in advance, 2 days, it doesn't matter. And you could do it after the fact as well. But in this particular case, when you're kind of, you know, benefiting off of the YouTube motion that Dean has established, AB's YouTube motion is coming back. Sauce Walker's YouTube, he's basically saying it that his YouTube is irrelevant unless he tells people to go to his YouTube on his Instagram. He's saying on Instagram he's way bigger than he is on YouTube, which is true. However, when you got the names that you got, the algorithm is gonna pick up this song right away, and he knows this, and it did, and Dean's fans saw it and reported back to the chat. Shady is shady. It is like a slick way to market it. And last part on this collab post thing, before we move on, when you collab with somebody, and I know this because I've done collab posts, right? So I've done it by doing my Just Sports channel. That's the it's Just Sports. I talk about sports on there. On here I'm talking about pop culture, music, internet culture, X, Y, and Z, right? But sometimes they overlap. So I've done this all the way through, obviously, right? Only the person that started the collaboration gets the ad revenue. So only one account gets paid through the collaboration. It doesn't split it amongst 2 accounts, 3 accounts, 4 accounts. It doesn't split the revenue,
Oh,
right? It all
so
just
he did it
100%
first. So
goes
he
to the original poster.
that's crazy.
And then the people that collab, like Dean kind of said, is best for the engagement, is really to get more eyes on it, right? So that's all they're getting is you're getting some of Sauce Walker's audience on Dean and AB's page. And really, if we're being honest, as far as YouTube popularity, Sauce Walker is benefiting way more than Dean and AB are from this collaboration. But anyways, I've been talking about that for long enough, but I just really wanted to make sure I break that down so that those of y'all that have never like dropped a YouTube video or haven't dropped one in the modern day of YouTube completely understand exactly how collaborations work. Because without understanding that, you don't necessarily understand how shady this whole thing went down, in my opinion, right? But anyways, a little more of the call, then we're gonna get into the SWAT thing.
We finna send it to you right now. He finna do it right now. I didn't even know you could do that though. That's live. Hey, y'all wanna do that though? Fuck.
Send it to me and him.
Yeah, me and AB.
That's live in the bitch for me though. I can share your YouTube.
Oh, man, it sound like a whole girl.
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, what's your channel? What's your channel? What's your channel handle?
Agent Broner, Dean the Great. Same channel I always had.
Same channel I always
Agent
have.
Broner's,
Alright, so I'm finna send him the link right now.
They're still playing games. There ain't no send him the link right now just off of knowing the channel name. Like I said to y'all, my little 7-minute explanation right there, you have to send it to the person's email address.
That's weird right there. Alright, I'm gonna copy the link. I'm gonna put it in a note and then send it to my phone, and then I'll share it with you, and then they can click on the link and do what they gotta do.
Is that how it works?
I don't know. Well, I just asked YouTube. Hold on, what's the verification? Get the YouTube verification badge. Oh wait, no, this. Oh, what the fuck? I'm gonna try to get.
It is in fact not how it works, like I was saying. So shout out to AB, regardless of how intoxicated he is, he knows
He called
that's not
it.
how
Yeah,
YouTube
he called
collaboration
it.
post works, because they just did this with their other songs. Where it was a whole like argument the first time because it only dropped on Dean's page. It was up on Dean's page for like 2 hours before AB noticed, and then he went in the production room and crashed out, and then they still kind of botched it. So with one of their other music videos, I think it was the original version of the DDG song, it was on Dean's page and then on AB's page, but as separate videos, not as collabs. Even though AB would get ad revenue from that, Dean kind of took up all the early momentum. So what ad revenue AB would have gotten was probably a lot less, because he probably got a lot less views than what he would have gotten if they would have dropped the song through AB's page first and collab post with Dean, so AB's page can get the exposure, especially since he was just getting his YouTube page back at the time that they dropped that Who the F is DDG song, right? But anyways, enough YouTube stuff. For now, if something like this happens again, I'll gladly go into detail onto how this stuff works, as I have learned it myself firsthand. But now, when it comes to the swatting situation, So this is like the third time this week, and really the second time in less than 24 hours, because so at like 4 a.m. Thursday morning, they got swatted, but they were driving back from Alabama Barker's birthday party or whatever. She threw a party with neon, and they invited a bunch of content creators, and they were driving back from that and got pulled over in what turned out to be like a prank call situation. Um, and then now this situation, they're blaming the former bodyguard Shark, and he is kind of like taking credit for it on his Instagram story. I haven't gotten the chance to watch his tell-all interview yet. He just did a tell-all interview right before the swatting as well, live on, I believe, on his Kick page. He did that other one like a month ago. But yeah, so they get swatted again. But this time, AB really started, like, he was tripping. He started doing the most, and it seemed like at the very least somebody was going to get thrown to the ground and, wrestled with the cop. Possibly worse, they came in, weapons drawn, because it turns out that the caller, whoever made the fake call, said that there was somebody in the warehouse being held at gunpoint with a rifle.
Oh
So they
no.
came in a lot more hot than the other swatting situations. But yeah, so let's get to that, because AB really, he made things a lot worse potentially if the cops weren't aware enough to realize that they're at a streaming warehouse that's been swatted a bunch of times just this week alone.
Oh, shit. That's why I did it.
We got swatted, bruh.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of that.
Y'all should know these calls be
Who's
bullshit,
a pregnant
bro. It's the
girl
same-
in there? Why is
it's the
she
same
pregnant in
location.
there?
I'm gonna put this brush away, cause
Yeah, they don't think that's a gun.
Come down. Come down. Keep your hands up.
Why they even cussing police? Y'all be doing the most, bro.
They gonna make a hey, bro. Hey, look, we gotta go out with our phone, bro. We gotta go out with our phones. And they gonna think it's a gun. They gonna shoot us and kill us. We gonna be legends.
Oh
forever,
my
nigga.
god.
Bitch, I ain't dying.
Now, I'm sure Kick Champ and all the other, Twitter and Instagram clippers of the world would actually love that scenario that AB cooked up in his head right there. But then, after that month or whatever check hits from that very viral clip, what would everybody do then? You don't want the content creators to pass away. you want them to be around for a long time so you can keep on covering the content. But AB's tweaking. He was moving like somebody who wants to learn a hard lesson about how to not deal with the police. And for anybody out there that may have not learned or had a father, uncle, whatever to tell you, hey, as a black man, when you get pulled over, you gotta move a certain way. Hey, nobody gets raised on how to deal with a swatting, but it's kind of the same rules, but maybe even more respectful, more compliant in these situations. This is not the time to be a fucking rebel, but AB.
Ain't gonna lie. If I was asleep and I woke up with a snake on me, bro, I shit bricks. That shit be over. A snake better than me.
We already see him kind of not caring about if he's drinking himself to death or not. Maybe he really does need to go and see a psychologist, because this seems like somebody that can be a harm to theirself, because you damn sure don't care about being in immediate danger here. This is all a big joke to him, as if the police won't come up there and air that motherfucker out and figure out if they should have done it or not afterwards.
Bitch, I still got life to live, cuz.
Fuck yeah!
Why is he putting on cologne in the?
We get swatted again for real?
And we caught, cuz.
Hey, buddy, come on, bro. We go. Where GT at?
Keep your head.
GT gone, cuz.
Keep coming. Keep coming.
We got swatted, bro. This shit.
Coming down, bro. You're good. You're good.
This shit happen all the time, bro.
Camera down. Put it down.
Huh?
Put the camera down. You in the white shirt. Keep walking down.
That's for our safety. Y'all got your body cameras on?
Keep coming down.
Hey, man, fuck you. Keep the camera on,
Keep
bro.
coming down.
Right, man.
Keep the camera
You
on.
ain't doing nothing wrong, bro. Keep the camera up, cuz.
We got every right to film, bro.
Hey, stop. Hold.
Fuck the police. Fuck the police.
Why?
Leave the camera there.
That's not funny at all, bro.
Put the camera down.
I'm telling you, you're gonna leave.
Without that badge, you a bitch and a half.
We don't have to put it
Without that badge, you a bitch and a half, nigga. Fuck the police. Fuck the police. Without that badge, you a bitch and a half.
What?
Now, while that is one of AB's funnier clips in the recent history, it's also very cowardly. And the reason why I say it's cowardly, now, yeah, on the surface, oh no, he's being very bold, so bold that it's actually ignorant, right? But no. This is a cowardly act because everybody is in front of AB. So he's antagonizing the police that are there. He doesn't know at the time, but they're there under a very serious call in their mind. It doesn't matter what the truth is. We all know watching that it's, a joke, or somebody wants to see them get hurt but doesn't want to hurt them themselves. So they're kind of like toying with them by falsely accusing them of things that can have serious repercussions on their livelihood and or life. Now, I say that because that's exactly what they did to Shark the bodyguard. They ran with the narrative that they didn't have any concrete details. According to Shark, they had no concrete details of him having any weird cases or, being a PDF, basically, right? That's the allegations that were made public shortly after they parted ways. I think, honestly, like day 2 or 3 of them being in the warehouse, they said, oh, Shark, he no longer with us. That nigga's a PDF, blah, blah, blah. And they just kept going on about their day. But that caused him to lose work. He's about to sue them and all this extra shit. So that's who they think is behind these SWAT calls. And, he is posting things on the gram and stuff that would make you believe that he's behind it as well, as you see now on the screen. But on top of all this side drama on who might have called, who might not, because at the end of the day, there's millions of people that see their clips all the time. It could be anybody calling this shit, and everybody knows where the warehouse is. Shark honestly didn't even leak the warehouse. They say Shark leaked the warehouse. It was leaked in the chat day 1. It came out of Dean's own mouth that awful lot of cough syrup is downstairs, and there's not that many awful lot of cough syrup locations in the world, so it's not that hard to narrow it down to the location that it is. But regardless of all of that, on if it was a fan that did it, if it was the ex-bodyguard, AB acting the way that he is acting is ridiculous. Because again, he got human shields in front of him. He got 3-4 people in front of him that the police are gonna shoot through first if they start just going crazy, right? So it's not as bold as it may seem at first. Now, if he was the first one down those steps and he's doing that, okay, I'm not gonna applaud it. It's still stupid.
Yeah, it's just
but
stupid as
that
hell.
guy has some balls. He might not have much of a brain, but he got some balls. But no, this is some cowardly clip farming bullshit.
Fuck them, bro. Man, keep that shit on, bro. Fuck them. Broke ass, y'all broke as fuck. Y'all mad because we get more money than y'all, nigga.
What?
Fuck y'all, nigga.
You fucking corny, bro.
I got a piss, gang.
Man, you corny as hell, bro. I'm about broke. What broke got to do with anything?
All right, so you heard it there at the end. You know, Dean's assistant, she's saying, "Hey, why you got that shit pointed at us like that though?" Like, damn. And you know, I get where she's coming from, but you forget that you have, you know, this fool behind you upstairs shouting and screaming at them, pretty much antagonizing them, like he wants to feel that nightstick crack him up on the side of the head, or you know, whatever would end up happening. I don't know how the police would necessarily deal with the professional boxer. They might go right for the taser. They might go right to jumping that nigga. Like, there's a lot of possibilities here. They might beat up everybody. They might make an example out of y'all. Fuck it. Rodney King these niggas on stream. Me personally, I'm not taking these types of chances. I'm about to be respectful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
This is
sir.
not the time to
I ain't
flip
got
car, maybe.
nothing.
This is not the time to show out, to beat your
You
chest.
come through.
You
You know what I
like
mean? You come through, see what we got. We ain't hiding nothing. Just be civilized. But all that yelling, then the girl that went out first, she's pregnant. Why would you do that? Like, she's pregnant. Like, chill out, bro. Those fucking stupid ass alcoholic, bro.
motherfucking vines. Like, come on, bro. Come
Stupid.
on. This is what they be talking about. This is what they be talking about. You can't take this nigga nowhere. And I'm gonna be honest. If I was ever in a situation like this, and I'm with some friends, and one of my friends wants to act like this, like they don't care if niggas make it back to their family, I'm gonna need to see you one-on-one after, big dog. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care how drunk you are, how out of shape you are. You need to line that up, because you tripping.
Yeah,
You
he
don't never need
tripping
to
on
do
that
that
one.
dumbass shit again. Now, speaking of lining shit up and tripping, we're gonna close out on something that is off topic, but just something I wanted to touch on because I found it interesting how Dean has been kind of denouncing Blueface ever since Blueface was at that taco truck. What, two nights before his girl gave birth, but he just got done lining her up for all day chase around LA County with Krishan Rock. You know, she was very, very pregnant. Some people even are saying that he scared the baby mama Nevaeh into giving birth a little bit early. But, you know, to everybody's credit, that morning she did say that she wanted to hurry up and give birth. So it could be a mix of both things. By the end of the day, she felt the need to protect her life by grabbing a blade while she's supposed to be getting ready to go to the baby shower, right? And that's how that whole crazy stream started. And it ended with Blueface ditching Nevaeh, who was going through the signs of early labor. He ditched her at the party at Dean and AB's streamer prom at the warehouse on Skid Row. All right. So he ditched her there. And then what, the same night, I think is when the night after, he was driving down the freeway as fast as he can in his Corvette. Right after dropping Krishan, he went very expensive shopping with Krishan Rock, then dropped her off at the airport. And she didn't even, her flight was already canceled. She missed her flight, so she's just sitting at the airport watching his stream as he now is rushing back to meet her at the hospital because she's at the hospital, possibly about to give birth and shit. So niggas think, oh, he might miss the birth because he was on a date with Krishan Rock. Just disgusting behavior.
It's
all
crazy
around.
work, bro.
You set up a fave for your you know, extremely pregnant. I think she went to term, right? So she was as pregnant as you can get. Labor. She was already in labor and having to worry about catching a fade with somebody who is a professional boxer. I seen some of y'all trying to argue that she's not a professional in the comment section on the last video. When you get your boxing license, you're a professional. It doesn't matter if you think they're good at boxing or not. That's still a professional fighter at that point. So Blueface is lining up someone who's in labor to fight a professional fighter. And I'm gonna be real. I don't think I was hard enough on Blueface. I think he's a piece of shit. But he got his karma pretty much right away when he got knocked down in that street fight. Turns out that he got up and ended up getting his get back right away. But we didn't see that. The first clip that dropped was just him getting dropped, right? And then now 2-3 days later, they dropped the full video. Then they rolled that shit out like it's a movie. But anyways, Dean was reacting to Blueface fighting in the street again, because mind you, he already did this before. So I think he really don't fuck with Blueface now. Because if he did, I don't think he would keep on reacting to him getting knocked down in the street. But he's reacting to this clip again this morning, and he pretty much denounced how Blueface is moving again, and rightfully so. But I do find it interesting that now it seems like with the Sauce Walka beef more than brewing, it's at a full boil now, right? It's not boiled over, but it's at a boil. And then now you're starting to preheat the oven for a Blueface beef as well. So things are getting a little tense. All right.
Cutback got backed up. Blueface said y'all ain't shit, and he get shut up, bitch. God, why niggas just don't roll with security? Blueface too big to be rolling with no security. I get he got his niggas and shit. Yeah, niggas could be security, but again, it's also like you gotta move. I don't know. I really like what Snoop Dogg said. When Snoop Dogg said, when you elevating, they Crip stupid. Yeah, of course, niggas. So is Snoop Dogg though. But Snoop Dogg said, when you elevating in life, sometimes you gotta get rid of niggas that's still doing the same shit. I know you don't want to act like or think you gonna switch up on your homies and shit. You know, stay down for the niggas that was there for you from the jump. But when you going up in life, you gotta change your circle up. That's the only way to grow, really.
All right. So let's just pump the fucking brakes real quick to acknowledge something that needs to be pointed out. That sounds all fine and dandy. You know, he went on to find the quote on YouTube and play it and have the little TikTok motivation music behind it and shit. Real cool, right? But Blueface isn't elevating in life. Let's just be honest. Blueface is not going upward. He's not on an upward trajectory at all. He's stagnant. And I think that's what he wants. He wants to be exactly where he's at. He likes being a piece of shit. He likes being a scumbag. He was playing with the words shorty called me shit face or something like that. He wants to be called shit face. Oh, look at this piece of shit ass nigga. He likes that. That's the branding he wants. He went and got all that shit on his damn, I didn't hit the mic. He went and got all that shit on his face because he's leaning into being a dirtbag. It is what it is. I'm from this place, and if you don't like this place, do something about it. That's why he got those tats all over his face. That's his words, not mine. But going further with how he moves with his women, one, you know, that's his business, but he makes it everybody else's business, right? He monetizes off of it. And let's be real. His kick is booming because of how grimy, how just muddy it got, right? He just had, like I said, someone who was going into early labor had to make the decision, do you want to go and risk your safety, but more importantly, the baby's safety, and go catch this fade with this mannish woman, or you gonna share the dick? Which one you picking? That was the ultimatum that he put her in physically for the entire duration of the baby shower day. Start, during, after. You gonna catch this fade or shut up about it, about having to share a nigga. That's not cool. And I misinterpreted as well as I think most people misinterpreted what Whack 100 was telling Blueface when he said something about like, is the baby yours, act like it's yours. Then we all missed the act like it's yours, because the way it wasn't like a all the way intentional recorded conversation and whatnot, it kind of got lost in translation. But that's some real shit to say. Then act like it's your baby. Why are you stressing this woman out? Why are you out here giving the address to you know, Krishan Rock to pull up and follow y'all address to address? It wasn't at his normal house where she knows the address. It was at Wax homeboy's house, who's super fucking rich, and only people who were given the address would have known that address, right? And then when you go to Dean Abe's warehouse, yeah, she knows where that's at. But Wack checked him in the moment where it's like, well, hold on now. The fuck do you got going on? If that's your kid, why are you putting the mom under so much stress?
Yeah.
If you don't know
exactly.
it's your kid, you probably should still act like it's your kid until you get proof that it's not.
Yeah.
Because what if you end up damaging that child and it is yours?
Yeah.
You're gonna feel stupid.
Dumb.
But even if it's not yours, you shouldn't be harming no fucking child.
Yeah.
It didn't ask to get born into the mess that you're bringing it into. But anyways, that's all I really got to say on that. Is, you know, that's all nice and dandy to act like Blueface is trying to elevate in life, but he's not. He wants to be a dirtbag, so let him be a dirtbag in peace, I guess, right? But should it be supported? Should it be encouraged? Should it be consumed? I don't think so. I think his content is getting a little too
weird.
Far gone. It's too far gone.
We in 2026. Like, this shit weird, bro.
His newborn. I'm scrolling through social media, and I see people making crazy comments about the newborn already. The kid ain't even been born for 4 or 5 hours, and people already got think pieces on the kid. Criticize the wild actions of the parent. Criticize how the girl might be dumb as hell if she's gonna stick around. If she sticks around for more than 6 months, because you know you gotta heal up and all that. But if she sticks around past healing up from giving birth, that girl's goofy as hell.
That's on
Anyways,
her. Yeah.
Thank you for watching, y'all. Sauce Walker snaked Dean and AB. And
yeah, that is some snake stuff right there.
If I'm Dean, I'm gonna stop. You got to stop defending people. You see how AB and Dean both just went right.
Man, you rich. Move around.
Evaluate. Don't react until you evaluate the situation.
Dean, move around, bro. Move around, bro. Your head on right, bro. You stay around some dumb people, bro. They're gonna just take you. They're gonna be your downfall, bro. That's how I feel in that situation. I'm just a upcoming YouTuber.
Because you defend Blueface. Blueface is a scumbag. He'll tell you that he's a scumbag. So how can you defend a scumbag? Just let that be. Just like I said, when Dean picked Blueface over Krishan Rock, I said it then when I made a video on the topic. When Rock was at the gym training with AB and all that, I was like, he's riding this hard for Blueface, and really you should just stay neutral.
Without Dean, I don't think nobody have motion. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Because in a week or two, they're gonna be right back, you know, in love. Give it a year or two, they might be married. Who knows, right? So you're gonna look dumb as hell. You out here riding super hard on behalf of Blueface, and Blueface won't even tell you to do some dumbass shit like that because he know he still fuck with the girl. But anyways, again, man, thank you for watching, y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next video. Peace.
These people got issues, bro. These people got issues. Yo, thanks for watching. Use before yawning. This is raw. Raw as you can get it. Thank y'all for watching. Please come back. Stay in tune for another reaction. Thank you.